So I spent 12 years of going to schools, 12 years of waking up, getting ready, sitting in the classroom, doing homework, giving exam, and recently I realized something kind of strange. Last 1 years of my life taught me things that I don't remember learning in all those 12 years. Yes, like I'm not saying the school didn't teach me anything, it did, but this year taught me things in a completely different. At a school, most of time someone tells me what you need to do. Like here's your syllabus, here's your chapter, here's your homework, here's your exam, here's your deadline, and if you do it, you get a number, and that tells you how well you did. And but then real life happens, and suddenly there is no syllabus. Nobody tell you what you should learn, nobody tells you what skills you should be built, nobody tells you whether you said you are doing enough, nobody is coming to take your exam at the end of the year. One of the biggest thing this year taught me was that knowing how to study for an exam and knowing how to actually learning something are the two completely different things. Like for an exam, you can memorize everything for a week, write it down, getting a marks, and forgot half of it later. But when you are learning something because you actually wanted to use it, you have to understand it, you have to practice, you have to get confused, you have to make a mistakes, and sometimes you have to go to back and learn the same thing again and again, and nobody gives you marks for it. So another thing I learned is how uncomfortable freedom can be. Like when you in a school, tomorrow is already planned for you, you know where you are supposed to be, but nobody is telling you what to do. You suddenly have to make a decision. What should I learn? What should I focus on? Am I wasting my time? Am I going to the right direction? And honestly, I spent a lot of things to trying to figure out that things, and I thought having more freedom would automatically make you a more productive. It didn't. It sometimes, like, freedom gave me the opportunity to waste my time. And school also made failure feel simple. Like you get a bad marks, you failed the test, you study harder, you try again. And but the real life is much more confused. You can spend week of spending on work, and nobody tells you whether you are doing right or wrong. You can put something online, barely anyone can see. You can try something and you realize you are terrible at it. You can work really hard and still not get the result like you want. And there is not always a teacher standing there saying, like, here's what you did you wrong. You have to figure out the part yourself. And probably the biggest thing I've learned this year's has nothing to do with the school or careers. It is understanding myself. Like, why do I procrastinate? Like, why do I get attached with certain people? Why do I care so much about the people, what people think about me? Why do I get anger and why do I sometimes know exactly what to should do and still don't do it? Like, that's actually what got me interested in psychology and human behavior, because I realized I had spent learning about everything except one. Learn that knowing something is not enough. Like, you have to be able to explain it, you have to listen it, you have to talk people you don't to completely understand it, you have to deal with awkward conversation, you have to say someone to know, like you have to sometimes admit, like, I was wrong. Yes, none of that is like a simple answer sheet. I think that's why this year feels so different, because school gave me a lot of information, but this year forced me to use the information in my real life, and I forced to make a decision without knowing if I were perfect. I forced me to deal with the failure without a grade. It forced me to change my own time, and most importantly, it forced me to take responsibility for what happened next. And I don't want, like, this video to sound like a school is a useless, because I don't believe that. School gave me the foundation, like it taught me the basic things, it introduced me to subject I might never have discovered otherwise. So, but I think there is a point where you have to go beyond being told what to learn. You have to start asking, what do I actually need to learn now? And I'm still figuring out, and I'm still fail most of the time, and I still get confused, I still make a mistakes, I still have days where I don't know what I'm doing, I waste the whole day. But there is one different, I just want to tell you, I'm not waiting for someone to give me the next chapter of my life like anymore, because maybe the growing up is realizing that after 12 years of someone else giving you syllabus, eventually you have to start winning your own. Because maybe growing up is realizing that after 12 of year of someone else giving you the syllabus. Eventually you have to start writing your own. So yeah.